I would like to discuss something that seems to be kind of in limbo in terms of definitions. And that is the definition of a high value man. Now, pardon me. As far as I'm concerned, and I think a lot of you guys would agree with this definition, at least to some degree, but as far as I'm concerned, a high value man is a man who changes the lives of other people for the better. It has very little to do with your money, how many girls you can fuck, what kind of car you drive, none of that. Now, you can't be high value and broke. It just doesn't work that way, right? I think Kevin Samuels, established that pretty vehemently. You can't be high value living under a bridge. You can't be high value and be no. It just doesn't work that way, okay? Now, on the other hand, material possessions and accomplishments can give you the look of a high value man. But in 2023, being able to positively influence, change, and enrich the lives of others for the better will certainly bring about money, cars, women, and so forth. Don't get me wrong. But a man who has all the money, all the women, all the cars in the world, who does not and cannot positively enrich the lives of others is a low-value human being. We have this crazy idea that men who engage in the constant pursuit of hedonism are high value. We see the cars, we see the women, we see the money, we see the travel, and we automatically attach this moniker of high value to these guys. And the reason why is because it looks like a great time, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to live a life where you have an abundance of women, money, cars, and all the rest of that? But if after acquiring these material possessions, you don't feel the inherent need to help and elevate the lives of others, then as far as I'm concerned, you're not high value. That doesn't mean you're valueless, but you're certainly not high value. Now, you might be high value to people who are selfish. You might be high value to people who have nefarious intentions. And you might be high value to people who only see value in material possessions. But deep down, men who engage in the endless black hole of Instagram stories and hedonism are almost always empty inside. And the reason for that is because they are not positively elevating and enriching the lives of others. Why else do you think Andrew Tate does what he does? He's accomplished the kind of financial success that most people can only dream of in a lifetime, and he's done it all before his mid-30s. Here's another comparison. Think about the difference between the fans of Andrew Tate and Destiny. Every time Tate opens his mouth, he provides value by telling men how to escape the matrix, how to improve themselves, and how to kick life's ass despite the world's best efforts to thwart any semblance of masculinity and male improvement. All Destiny does is argue in bad faith. He disagrees with everything anybody says. Nobody knows where he stands on anything because he's just a contrarian for contrarian's sake. He argues for argument's sake, which is a feminine trait, which should be no surprise to anyone. Due respect. And he does all of this while speaking in circular logic and talking so quickly that no one really knows what he's saying half the time. Here's another comparison. Whose fans do you think are better off across the board on average? Whose fans are dissatisfied with being below average? Whose fans are happy with being losers? Yeah, that's what I thought. Most fans of Andrew Tate are constantly trying to improve themselves, while Destiny's fans play video games for 18 hours a day, while posting comments on any video he's a part of saying things like, "Oh my God, Destiny totally owned you." Then they go back to being the losers they are. Do you think fans of Andrew Tate feel the need to troll people they don't know? No. Why? They're busy doing other shit, like lifting weights, eating right, starting side hustles, and doing their damnedest to escape their soul-sucking 9-to-5s so they can get the hell out of this toxic Western culture. Destiny's fans, on the other hand, have nothing else going on, and this is why they have time to write novels in the comments trolling anybody they think they can get to respond, which, by the way, gives them a mean hard-on. You show me a man with a bunch of losers as followers, and I'll show you a loser who is low value. And the fact of the matter is that most fair-minded men would take the advice of Tate over the advice of Destiny. Now, am I a high-value man? Well, speaking objectively, no. I'm overweight, I have a temper problem, and I struggle with stoicism. That's just the facts. Realistically speaking, that's not for me to decide. That's for you guys to decide. I certainly strive to be high value, but there's no guarantee that I'll ever get there. Okay, sure, I've got more fans than the average man. I make more money than most people. I've got all the cool cars, all the watches, all the expensive gadgets. I've got all the toys. But if I'm not changing the lives of people for the better, that being men and women, then I'm just as useless as Destiny. And I damn sure don't want to be put in the same category as that dude. No, I strive to be like Andrew Tate, but I focus more on what I can do for people over my financial pursuits. No, I will never stop the pursuit of financial success. I do very well for myself, but I'm trying to be retired by 50. The other thing I want to do is to positively change the lives of others and leave a legacy that people can say honestly changed their lives for the better. Now, I know I'm going to get all of Destiny's loser fans in my comments talking about, you're not a high value man, your girlfriend is ugly, you're a grifter, and so forth. Well, fortunately, I stopped giving a fuck about what losers think. It used to be a crux of mine, I just don't care anymore. But how do I know these idiots are losers? Because only losers troll men who are successful. And the definition of success as far as losers are concerned is a dude who switch hits, pretends he's not happy, and lets other dudes smash his girl while pretending they have this enlightened progressive relationship. There are many, many definitions of a high-value man, but I think this one makes the most sense. And no, Destiny, I'm not discussing anything with you. I suck at debating, and you suck at having discussions in good faith. Not that you'd ever want to, me being a loser and all. And that is the memo.